5 unexpected ways a Lamborghini has changed my life. Everyone thinks buying a Lamborghini changes your life, and it actually does, just not the way that you think. After owning mine for a while now, there were a few things that had completely changed, things no one really talks about. So, here are 5 unexpected ways of owning a Lamborghini has actually changed my life. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, what I do is explain to you what it's like owning a Lamborghini. So if you feel like stepping into my shoes one day, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel. I put out content every single week. So here's number 1. People treat you differently. So I definitely do hate the fact that a material thing can do this. I'm not somebody who does enjoy showing off, but the truth is honestly the truth. You pull up with a Lamborghini whenever you're at a bar or you're pulling up to a restaurant. If there's outdoor seating, you pull up to it. You're gonna get stared at no matter what. As soon as you go into the restaurant, the people who were looking out the windows are now staring at you. You are now the center of attention. The car does that to people. And yes, it is true. People treat you differently before they even know you. You walk into a place, you pull up somewhere, and there's just a different level of respect, or at least what feels like respect. I'll give you 2 little examples. I still drive my Honda Civic 6 days a week as my daily beater. When I pull up to a place in my Honda Civic, nobody bats an eye. And I actually sometimes prefer this because then I just can get a lot more done. You go on about your errands. You say, for example, you get to your grocery store, you go in there, you grab your groceries, you come back out. Let me give you a better example. Say, for example, you're in your Honda Civic, you pull up to a gas station, you fill up your gas, you throw away some trash, and then you're on your way. You could even go inside the gas station and then go grab a couple snacks. The only conversation you may get is whenever you're asking the cashier for a bag to put in your snacks. If you pull up in a Lamborghini at a gas station, here's what happens. Cars that seen you pulling up into the gas station immediately park beside you. You could be on the very far end of a gas station. Any other car that is now going to be pulling into that gas station will now be parking right next to you. People will get close to you to get a closer look. I'd say a good third of the time people will come up to you and then they will kindly ask if they could take a picture, which is really cool, completely fine by me. But you'll have other people who also come up to you and just want to have a light conversation, which is also completely fine. Whenever you go inside to go grab your snack, you're going to maybe see somebody inside there as well who also saw you pull up with the car, and they may ask you a question or two. Whenever you're taking your snacks to the gas station register, whoever is going to be checking out your stuff or your snacks is also going to be asking you a question, or you do get some really nice treatment. People around you, people you even know, are just going to be a bit more quieter. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of the times whenever people are quiet in that sort of context with the car, it's just more of a thing of respect. They don't question you as much. They don't question your judgments. You get more freedom in a way to just kind of do whatever you want to do. And then everyone just kind of trusts that whatever you're doing is just going to be the right thing they basically just kind of let you do your thing. But over time, you start to realize it's not always real. It's just a lot of perception. Same person, different car, but completely different treatment. I would say number 2, everyone wants to access you. You get a lot more phone calls. Throughout my first couple weeks, there was a lot of people that kind of came out the woodworks. Those are the people you kind of have to watch out for. A lot of people just kind of start to want to connect. So here's one thing that you really have to be aware of. Whenever people start to change their attitude a little bit whenever you get the car, those are the people you kind of want to be cautious with, because now that you got the car, you're suddenly more popular, and then if they come to you after you get the car, there could be a good chance that they also leave whenever you don't have the car. So you can see how that can just be like a bit of a fragile relationship. You want people around you who will be there to support you and who are completely real to you. So you need to know how to kind of filter the right people from the bad people. They will ask, what do you do? How did you get this? What kind of money do you make? How do you make your money? And at first, all that stuff feels really, really cool because a lot of that stuff you never got before. But after about 6 months of owning the car, it does get pretty old. But again, not everyone is coming from the same place. People are genuinely inspired, which are really cool. You're going to have a lot of people who do come to you with a lot of inspiration. I know I did the same thing too whenever I saw somebody else pull up in a Lamborghini, and then I just wanted to have a conversation with them, see what they did, see what I could do from my own end to see what I could improve in, and whatever else I could do to also be a asset to their lives as well. It's not everyone is coming from the same place. Some people are just curious and some just want access to whatever you have. I will say, you may also bump into men who are also gold diggers too. So be careful. The third one is going to be that you start taking much bigger risk. This one's a really good one. I actually do this. This one is the one that surprised me the most. Once you finally get your Lamborghini, your mindset shifts in the sense of you can literally do whatever you want to do at this point. You did something completely unbelievable, and then you start to trust yourself a whole lot more. You've already been down in the dumps, and then you pulled yourself out, and then you got to a Lamborghini. But things in the past that used to feel risky, they don't feel scary anymore. When I was a kid, I used to think that there was no way in hell that I could get a Aventador. Now, if I just drop another 20, 30 grand on top of whatever I'm paying for this car, or paid for this car, I could get the Aventador right now if I wanted. But I do like my convertible here. It makes you think bigger. You stop playing small because now you've seen what exactly is possible. And honestly, that's when things really start to change financially as well, because getting to a point where you can afford a car like this, you've already made some pretty big risk. I know what I did was I started a YouTube channel from complete scratch, got up to 150,000 subscribers. Another big way that I've made my income is whatever I make from the YouTube channel and my other jobs, I would just learn how to invest it and then let that money grow and be patient with that part of things. And then now I'm just a lot more comfortable with the investing part of things as well. Number 4, I would say you stop caring what people think. It's true, you do get a ton more haters whenever you have the car. And they won't necessarily directly say it to your face, but indirectly, you're gonna catch on to it pretty quickly. There was this one time I went on a Lamborghini rally with 50 other Lamborghinis down the highway. Even if they're a hater or not, they will treat you with respect. They will talk to you nicely. They won't say anything bad to your face, ever. Probably 95% of the time, it's all just gonna be good chat. But as soon as you blend in with the crowd, and then you just become one with the crowd, and then you start walking the lot where all the Lambos are, you start to hear a lot more shit talking. Some of the things that I've heard at the last meet were just like, oh, it's just a Volkswagen, or oh, that car is so low that it could probably cut my grass. Things like that. It was just a lot of smack talk going on in the background whenever people realize that the owners are not nearby. And I'm quite sure that there's a lot of smack talk even going on behind my back. But I will say that is things that just come with it. People staring, people watching, people talking. There's pressure with it. You start feeling like you're being judged every time you drive the car. But over time, you do get used to it. And then eventually, you do stop caring. The same attention that used to stress me out 6 months ago, now I don't even think about it. It's just something that comes with the car, and then you learn to accept it. If anything, it does build a level of confidence, and then you get to thicken up your skin a little bit that you never could before. Number 5, last but not least, it becomes normal faster than you think. This is probably one of the craziest ones. Something you dreamed about for years, ever since you were a kid. It becomes normal, and it becomes normal fast. I remember when this car felt completely unreal when I was a kid growing up, and now it just feels like it's like a part of my life. And there's nothing wrong with that. I personally have spent my whole life just kind of trying to level up, and then the car just eventually caught up to me, or vice versa. It did take about 6 months for that to set in. My first couple weeks of owning the car, yeah, you do get that crazy euphoria. It's almost really hard to even drive the car because you're not used to the way that the car works. There's different buttons, there's different ways to drive the car. It does take a couple months for you to get used to people staring at you and learn those new patterns whenever you start to see one coming up to you to chat. But now it just feels like a part of my life. And that's not a bad thing at all. But it does make you realize something very, very important, that no matter what you achieve, you adapt to it. Even after getting this car, if I got a Revuelto, which is going to be my next car down the road, I'm going to be in the same boat again. It's going to feel euphoric in the first couple of months. You just get 2 more cylinders, which is a big deal. But whenever you get your first Lamborghini, that one is going to be your biggest bike to the brain, I guess you could say. And then after the Revuelto, after I get to a point where I can get a Bugatti, it's not even going to be that big of a deal at that point. So once you do get to those cars, you start to see life in a whole different way. You want to position yourself where you can basically just kind of help the world. And not all Lamborghini owners are going to be in that same boat. Some are just going to be there for show. some are going to be there to inspire people, and then some are just going to keep to themselves. So nothing wrong with any of those. It's your car, you earned it, you can do whatever you want with it. But yes, this is something that becomes normal, and then you start to adapt to it, and then it makes you push yourself more. So once I got the car, now I just keep thinking to myself, okay, I got the car, I'm no longer in the phase of just trying to upgrade the car. I want to just upgrade my life in general to the point where I could literally do whatever I want. I'm already kind of at that point, but because I do have systems out there that do pay me while I'm sleeping, so I do kind of feel that I already have that right now where I'm sitting at right now. If I wanted to just take a flight to Dubai for 2 weeks and worry about nothing at all and just work on my laptop whenever I feel like it, I could do that. So then I ask myself, what's the next thing that I could do? The next thing that makes you happy is lifting other people up. So that was why I began this channel, and we're going to see exactly how far this goes. Thank you for watching. See you all for the next one.